Here we go. And this is why we have this right here. Look at Nick Shirley, right? This is Nick Shirley. He's finding fraud and abuse, and they don't want other journalists to do this as well. Listen to this.
Yeah, they're trying to make it so citizen journalists or just average Americans who are going about seeing what's happening inside their community, they're trying to scare them from talking about potential fraud taking place inside of these communities. And think about it. They're literally willing to impose a $10,000 fine or imprisonment if you go and seek to find out the truth about a location that could potentially be fraudulent inside your own neighborhood.
Nick, let's just kind of play out that hypothetical. So whether you were in Minnesota, you also went to California, you would go up to the Quality Leering Center, a clearly fake daycare in Minnesota. There's your shirt. Yes, always on. And you would attempt to see if there's any children inside, right? And somebody comes out and talks to you. And now that person who's there possibly committing fraud could file a complaint in California that Nick Shirley is harassing me online, right? That's how it would work in effect. And then you would either see a year in jail or a $10,000 fine?
Correct. That's what it sounds like. And it sucks because inside these states like Minnesota and California, they've been proven to let fraud take place inside these immigrant communities.
Yep, they let fraud continue to happen. Can you believe that? That is the reality that's going on. It says right here, just then, California Democratic lawmakers just voted to move forward with the Stop Nick Shirley Act because they are terrified of fraud. That's right there. They want to criminalize investigative journalism against fraud. They're panicking. They're panicking, guys. This is serious. This is so serious that no one is talking about it enough. Mainstream media should be talking about this every single moment or day at least.
Outrageous. I just made a motion in the assembly to block the Mia Bonta bill. Motion to re-refer AB 2624, the Stop the Nick Shirley Act, back to the Privacy Committee. Assembly Republicans are here to debate fraud.
Mr. DeMaio.
AB 2624.
Or the Stop Nick Shirley Act. The reason why we are asking it to be re-referred to the Privacy Committee is that the author of this bill misrepresented contents of the bill, lied to committee members.
That would basically ban Nick Shirley from posting videos exposing fraud in California.
Section 6218.19 prohibits an individual from posting a video online if the fraud organization says you can't do that. The fraud organization can then, quote, seek injunctive and declaratory relief in a court of competent jurisdiction.
We have got to stop this bill. And I just gave the state assembly members the chance to strike the bill from the record, which basically would kill the bill. Democrats in the state assembly voted to keep and protect her bill and advance it on.
Can you believe that? That's right. They're accepting fraud and abuse going on. So you can't even post it. So let's say you found fraud. You normally you want tipsters, you want people to say, oh, please let us know if you have fraud and abuse going on. No, not in California. They're putting push forward in a bill that if you start finding some fraud or abuse and you put it online, you can subject to go to fine. You get a fine and go to jail. That is crazy. He's called it the AB 2624 bill. I'm gonna look it up again in a second here. I got right here AB 2624 bill right here going on. Check this out, guys. This is actually Fox News is pretty much the only one that's talking about it. And you know, Fox is more right, but it still should be more people.
Privacy for, well, again, quote, immigration service providers. I know what that means. Lets people keep addresses confidential, bans sharing photos. Victim can seek up to $4,000 in damages, maybe more. Nick, I used to practice a little bit of this law. I don't think this is going to pass constitutional muster. It sounds like something you'd expect in Europe or maybe Canada.
Well, when has California cared anything about the Constitution, right? They've already eliminated the Second Amendment, so may as well eliminate the First Amendment out there as well. And you know, they're trying to act like, oh, they're serious about removing fraud out there. No, what they're doing is, instead of eliminating the fraud, they're eliminating the people that are trying to expose
Report on the fraud.
That's the goal, exactly.
That's a great point. Remember, it was the free speech movement that kicked off at Berkeley in California. So much for that. That's all out the window, Nick. We were both in Minneapolis together. It's great to see you tonight, my friend. Coming up.
That was Nick Sorter right there. Nick Sorter. She said initially that it probably wouldn't hold muster. I'm going to make sure I look at that up one more time, what she says. Just check this out one more time.
Privacy for, well, again, quote, immigration service providers. I know what that means. Lets people keep addresses confidential, ban sharing photos. Victim can seek up to $4,000 in damages, maybe more. Nick, I used to practice a little bit of this law. I don't think this is going to pass constitutional muster. It sounds like something you'd expect in Europe or maybe Canada.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure she said that. A lot of people are like sleeping on this one, I think so. But you know what? It's just the same thing. You find the problem, and they're upset of the person who found the problem instead of the actual problem. That's Nick Sorter right there. That's Nick Sorter right there. If you don't know how he looks right there, I see how he looks. He's pretty much out there. Then the other guy, this is Nick Shirley right here, Nick Shirley. He is out there on the ground, straight out. Very young man, is doing well. I think he is. He's doing very well. They're really trying to get Nick Shirley. I was thinking like maybe they're not, but I think they really are. They're fearful. Check this out. I would be too if I was a thief and stealing stuff and someone's exposing it. Here you go.
So what do you think about all this hospice fraud? Sir, you're in the Cybertruck, driving away, taking money from old people. Yet he's just driving away in his Cybertruck, won't even answer any questions. Let's see, we have another rich person as well that's getting rich off this hospice. This guy's leaving as well. So the two people that walked out of Holy Angels, they're in a brand new Cybertruck and a new BMW. How lucrative of a business is hospice? I'm seeing a Cybertruck here in a nice BMW. It's good? Yeah, because it looks like, for instance, Guardian of Angels, that used to be here, $4.8 million they billed the state of California. And how many clients do you guys have?
Brother, do you have a badge? Do I need to answer your question?
I'm just curious.
It's not mine. I just work.
Yeah. You must be getting paid pretty well, right?
Bro, this is my parents, bro. Come on.
Do your parents run the hospice?
They don't work.
No. Who's that guy in the Cybertruck?
He's my uncle.
He's your uncle. So it's like a family business to own the hospices. But why was he walking out of the hospice then too?
Brother, can you leave me alone?
Like these hospices, there's nothing inside of them.
If it's not you guys, how come you're in the
If it-
newest
yeah, if it-
BMW and the newest Cybertruck?
Brother, because
I can only imagine what the guy who's in charge is
because of hospice, brother, leave me alone.
Just all the other hospices? Do you like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting the hospice patients, sir? Uh-oh, he's gonna have to do another point turn.
Yeah, you guys are in my fucking way, bro.
Well, you could just go that way. What's the key to opening up a hospice if I wanted to open up one? Because you're in the family business of hospices. If I want to open my own? What do you do for work here?
Huh?
What do you do for work here?
Why?
Oh, we're just looking around. We're seeing all these hospices, so we're just curious.
Well, I don't know, man.
Word got out that I was inside of the plaza and all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars, leaving the scene.
Excuse me. Let's see if they can just answer our questions really quick. Hello, can we ask you a quick question? Driving out in a brand new M8. They can't get out that easy. How can I get an M8 as well? Should I open up a hospice? Driving out in a brand new M8 BMW M8 competition. Listen to this thing. This is the sound of hospice money. And this is the guy who said he's fat because of Dr. Oz. His business is not open today. Seems like this mafia right here is naming all of their companies after the word angel. We have Angels of Valley Hospice. We have Angels of Haven, Angels of Peace.
I need you to understand this, guys. This whole area is supposed to be all different types of businesses. That's hospice and all different types. And yet, it's not even enough room for all these clients if they did have them. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.